That's because it's not finished.
Hey, Byron! And hey, Beto! And hey! Person Paimon doesn't know?
Given the enormous scale, before we find some suitable plastrite, we build once the plastrite, the remainder of the
Miss Bywin, we've brought some new materials to submit.
One moment, I'll be right. The construction work has only been able to progress this rapidly thanks to the plastrite provided by you. Lady Ningguang is most grateful and looks forward to seeing more of your work.
Wow, can't believe you sourced the plastrite so quickly. It's the key piece of the puzzle. Looks like you beat us to the punch.
Beto, you're joining the Jade Chamber contest too?
Sure am. I happened to get my hands on a chunk of sunset vermilionite on a voyage a while back, so I figured I'd bring it over.
Huh. So even though it's rare, we're not the only ones who managed to get a hold of it.
Oh, I've got some introductions to do. This is the renowned Miss Yoon, or Yunjin, probably the most famous figure in the Liyue opera scene.
Greetings.
These two are Paimon and the Traveler, both good buddies of mine. And this is, sorry,
Hello. Are you—
Excuse me, Master Zhang. We were wondering if you'd heard of something called a Wonder Core.
Of course I have. Sorry, who's that?
My name is Yunjin. Perhaps you don't know me.
Yunjin? Stage use. Oh, so you must be Miss Yoon. Sorry. So, the types of ore needed—
No?
If I remember correctly, it could take some work, but if you stick with it, you'll find some eventually. I'm really not sure. Sorry. What I've heard is that the people around Mount Tianheng have some sort of magic trick that can pinpoint the location of the stuff. Of course, it's probably just hearsay. If you want my advice, start by looking for Star Splinter iron around Mount Tianheng. And if you run into any locals, ask them a few questions about Subrosium.
Mount Tianheng.
Interestingly enough, the story of the divine damsel of devastation also takes place on that mountain. I hear the view there is quite spectacular. A favorite destination of the Adepti, in fact. Perhaps it can give me some inspiration. Let's not delay. We should head straight there. I came to Mount Tianeng once with my father as a child. I remember it being such a long climb that I could barely feel my legs by the time we reached the top. This is quite a trip down memory lane for me. Look at these majestic, towering peaks and the gently flowing streams. It's like setting foot in paradise. No wonder the legend of the Divine Damsel of Devastation is said to have taken place here.
The Divine Damsel of Devastation is your upcoming opera, right? What's the story about?
It's the story of a girl.
Cool. I hear.
The legend first arose in this area. It is said that there used to be a prosperous village on the mountain. In that village, there was a loving couple who were completely devoted to one another. One day, a terrifying monster appeared. The wife was out collecting herbs and was captured by the monster. Her husband was so distraught at the news that it broke his spirit and drove him to madness. The vile and vicious monster told the villagers, "If you want to live, you must sacrifice a child."
What a nasty piece of work! Ugh.
But the monster was so terrible and so strong that all within the village were terrified of it. They had no choice but to give in to the monster's demand. Just while they were discussing whose child would be given over to the monster, a little girl suddenly stood up and came forward.
No! Don't do it, Lip!
Unbeknownst to anybody else, she was concealing an exorcist's blade. She approached the monster's lair, feigning fear and trepidation. When she finally arrived, she courageously drew her sword and entered into a fierce struggle with the monster, from which she eventually emerged as the victor. Her extraordinary abilities drew the attention of the Adepti, and they took her as one of their own. Her story became the stuff of legends. But alas, the paths of mortals and Adepti seldom cross, and she would never again re-enter the mortal world. And so, destined to grace the mortal realm for but a brief moment, she vanished like a wisp of smoke into thin air.
I really like this story. But I personally think that perhaps the little girl was not as brave as the opera makes her out to be. I'm not sure she deserves all the praise she is given.
I've never considered that before. Opera is always an interpretation of the events it purports to portray. A certain degree of deviation from the truth is always inevitable. When my father wrote the script for this play, I suppose his intention was to inspire his audience with the character of the Divine Damsel.
I think it's a great story. The ideal story.
Well, it sure inspired Paimon!
Down!
This should be enough Star Splinter iron. Now we just need to find that Subrosium.
I think I saw a village on our way here. Master Zhong said we should ask the locals for help. Why don't we try there?
Hey, there really is someone here. Yunjin, looks like you were right. Huh. He did.
Hello, sir. We were...
Is he trying to tell us to look for clues in the village? Shenhua, Yunjin.
Sorry, you can go ahead without me. I'd like to have a word with this gentleman. If that's okay with you, Uncle Mingjin.
It's
Shenhe.
Shenhe. I'm sorry, I don't know how to find Subrosium. But I think you can find this place is deserted.
Thank you, kind sir. Well, don't worry. Mingjin has no ill intention towards Miss Shenhe. She'll be quite safe.
Okay, then let's see what we can find in this village.
The remains of a god, an abandoned village, Mount Tianheng. Does this mean that the true story of the divine damsel of the time frame certainly matches? What's this? So, Shenhe? Now that I think about it, she does behave rather like an Adeptus, and she is about the right age, so that's why I've been getting the strangest feeling whenever I chat with her. I should have noticed it early. According to this text, the divine damsel from the opera was actually the daughter of the loving couple. And she didn't volunteer. She was sacrificed to the monster by her own father. The truth is even more lamentable than the opera. Now I understand why Shenhe said the girl was not as brave as people think. It wasn't her choice to enter that ghastly situation.
We've looked everywhere, but still no mention of Subrosium. Let's have a look over there. This is it! So basically, we need to go to the middle of the lake south of Mount Tianheng at dusk, and we'll find us some Subrosium! Let's go back and tell Shenhe the news!
One year when I was back visiting, I heard a story about a white-haired Adeptus from a merchant passing by. I never imagined it was you. I was a very close friend of your father's. I could have stopped. I bring flowers back here every year. And each time I wish I had a chance to apologize to you.
Apologize for what? If you'd stopped him, he'd only have found another way. There is nothing he wouldn't have done for his true love. Nothing.
Do you still...
I don't know what I feel. So if you ask me how I...
It must have been so tough.
Shenhe, we're back!
Oh, then I will leave you all in peace. Shenhe, I'll tell you more about the old...
Thanks, mister. We found some info in the end. Shenhe, look! This tells us how to find Subrosium. All we gotta do is go to the middle of that lake.
Let's go then.
Miss Shenhe, there's something I'd like to talk just now, in the village.
Why?
I know I say that opera always
It's okay. But, my master once said that the day I learn how to use my strength, so I hope that... But I've never thought this way before.
Don't worry. In fact, I think maybe you've already started to become the person...
Shenhe! Yunjin! Cut the chit! We can't let someone else be... That's everything we need! Let's head back and report in! Paimon's curious if Beto's made any progress.
Goodness.
So,
This is some top quality ore you found. I think I'll get a good end product out of these. Guess now it's my time to
Hey everyone, how's the A-team doing? I ran into a bit of a brick wall on my end. Suling's never seen a Wonder Core before, and says it'd take a lot of research for him to get up to speed.
leave the Wonder Cores to me. I'll work on them while you go about your business. Don't worry.
Much obliged, Master Zhang. We should look into...
I'll sort that out.
Oh? You got this then?
Yes. I have been training with the Adepti for years. When we first met, I told you I came for the Jade Chamber, not the contest. In fact, I came specifically to deliver Adepti sigils. Master heard that Ningguang was planning to rebuild the Jade Chamber, so she sent me to deliver some Adepti. Master also said she hoped that I can take this opportunity to rejoin human society. But now that I'm here, I wonder if I've been removed from the world for too long. Maybe it won't work for me to stay here after all.
Without knowing the ins and outs of your situation, I can't say whether you should stay or not. But now that our paths have crossed, we'll always have a...
Thank you. So, Master...
Fine by me. I'm actually curious to see how the Adepti arts work. Maybe I'll...
Whew. The sigils are ready.
I've finished forging the things you asked for, too.
Great! Let's go submit them before someone else can... Is it just Paimon, or is there something weird about those hilichurls over there? Paimon thinks so too. We've seen plenty of hilichurls before, and they're always the bad guys. But this is different. Uh-oh. This is right by the Wangshu Inn too. Oh, the guests are in great danger. Now that we've seen it, if we don't do anything about it, Paimon will feel really guilty. Let's go take care of them.
There is no escape!
These super evil hilichurls are more difficult to defeat than the usual kind too. Hey, seems like people are gathering over there. Wonder what they're doing. Whoa! See that guy in the mask? He scared off all the hilichurls. Oh, you mean like Xiao? With the magic... Ahem.
Please, if you're here to thank... Wait. Who are you? One had assumed you were followers, but on closer inspection it seems...
My name's Paimon, and...
One sees. One too shall introduce oneself, for it is good manners to comply. The one before you is the Adeptus, Master of Stars, though one is better known to one's followers as Star Snatcher. One descended from one's mountain abode to cleanse the world of evil, whereupon fate saw fit that our paths should cross. Now, tell me that which you wish for.
Our wishes? Paimon thought that the Adepti and Leela were just really good in battle. You mean you can grant people's wishes too?
There are different levels of Adepti. Are not the stars loftier than the mountains, clouds, and moon? Yet, it is unbecoming of an Adepti to boast of one's powers. One would have you first speak to one's followers, and only then make your verdict.
Have you seen the Master of Stars in action? I believe that now, there is finally some hope for my ailing father. Watching him use his magic is all the proof you need. Not long ago, I saw... Once it was boiled in Adepti medicine... Sure, you have to make some sacrifices if you seek help from an Adeptus like the Master of Stars. I had to give it.
The Millilith don't really need to do shifts when the Master of Stars is around, do they? I'm a merchant. Reason being, monsters... It didn't come...
Finally, a life full of hope and purpose. Oh, after my fiancé, but then I turned to the Master of Stars for help. At his suggestion, I started burning paintings of my fiancé and casting the ashes into the ocean at sunrise. I can't explain it, but it really worked. I'm so overjoyed that I gave up.
What do you think? One's adherents may All things are connected. In other words, their wishes are all... Indeed.
Okay.
Oh? You need but ask.
Hey, isn't that a bit inappropriate?
Indeed. One...
Huh.
Now then, what are your wishes? So be it. But first, one must...
What's that supposed to...
The way of the...
What do we do? Paimon doesn't understand him at all. Oh, that's right. Well, Paimon, you don't even have a vision. Hey, why don't we make him a tasty snack? No one can resist the temptation of good food. Yep. Why don't we head over...
Shine down! Illusion shattered! There is no escape! Take them. I have no need.
So, you'd like a copy of Yaksha's The Guardian Adepti?
Yes. Here, and keep...
Oh, aren't you generous?
Hey, isn't that, Star Snapper? What a coincidence running into... Did you hear the name of the book he just bought? Was it, well, anyway, it was definitely a book about the... Really? What's so fishy about him? Huh. Paimon thinks we should check out that book. Hey there! We'd like a copy of Yaksha's The Guardian Adepti.
Huh. Since when did that old chestnut become a bestseller? You're a rare breed of youngster if this is what you like to read. But you should be able to find a copy somewhere on that desk over there.
In ancient times, Liyue was a land of misery, where the shadow of evil loomed large. As slain gods festered, their vengeful wrath cursed the world, manifesting in infernal forms. When demons stirred, miasmas, monsters, and mutations infested the land. Then Rex Lapis summoned the Yakshas to vanquish the demons. They swore an oath. Restore order through slaughter, purge evil through battle. To this, we dedicate our lives. Eons of bloodshed later, karmic debt weighed upon them, phantom wrath seeping into their broken souls. They went mad with fear, turned on each other, or succumbed to the darkness. Of the 5 foremost Yakshas, death came to 3, while the 4th vanished without a trace. In the millennia since, one conqueror of demons remains the sole surviving Yaksha in the mortal realm. And only on moonlit nights, in the glow from Guyun, and in the sound of the Dihua flute, is his memory preserved.
The Yakshas, a group of Adepti who defend Liyue. Seems like a pretty niche. The book says that all of which sound pretty horrendous. Hey, wait a sec, do you think those super evil hilly churls we saw earlier were the mutations that the book's talking about? The book says that the Yakshas, poisoned by the hateful thoughts of the gods, So, do you think... Yep, Paimon, so back to the matter at hand. Now to head back to where this all started and commence our investigation. To be... Alright, let's...
Flee at my command, foul demons! Flee! Why?
Uh-oh. Looks like there are innocent...
There is no escape! Ha!
Oh, I don't get it. Why didn't the Sigil of Permission do anything? Has the evil aura of these hilly churls grown in intensity?
Sigil of Permission, huh? Now why does that sound familiar? Right! It's a keepsake of the Adepti, so it must still contain traces of their power! No wonder he was able to scare those—
What are you two babbling on about? One is mere... were one but given...
Well, as it So you were just bragging after all! We were right— Come on, Traveler. Looks like it's up to us. Nice and spicy. Open sesame. Oh, now I'm hungry. Oh, it's that Conqueror of Demons again. No wonder. Paimon was just wondering.
It's you. I remember you. I was purging some living beings that had been tainted by the demonic. It would appear that I have caused you some trouble.
Huh? He isn't. But you were exorcising demons. How is that causing trouble?
That is because the changes that occurred in these monsters stem from me. Or more precisely, from the karma I have accumulated.
Mutations? Karma? Does that mean... Yeah,
I see. You must mean that piece of literati fan fiction from a few hundred years ago. All things are impermanent, and to exist is to suffer. We Yakshas have no need of sympathy or tears. My comrades who have passed on would see your tears as a stain upon their legacy.
I'm sorry.
It matters not. In any case, I am on my way to purge a cavern of demonic influence, so we shall part ways here.
Wait! Take us with you! We'll be a big help!
No need. I am used to fighting alone. And in any case, these mutations originated from me to begin with.
Well then...
Come on then.
So, Xiao, you've been suffering from the bad karma all this time?
Suffering is my price to pay for eons of endless slaughter. I have come to accept this. But in recent...
Gonna be epic.
I will use the ritual known as the Bane of All Evil to relieve this place of its karma. You must remain calm. Do not allow yourself to be affected by the lingering wrath of bygone gods. Useless. Useless. That's it.
Bane of all evil. That must be the power you got for being a vigilant Yaksha, right? Paimon's just realized that you only wear your mask when you're fighting the bad guys. But that Star Snatcher guy wears his mask the rest of the time too.
Star Snatcher? I am aware of no Adeptus by such a name.
So he is a fraud! Well, we'll continue this discussion later. You should focus on your battle for now.
Useless. Useless. Boring. It is good that we came here. An unusual number of living things had fallen under infernal influence. Had we not arrived in good time, the consequences would have been unthinkable. Now, this Stars...
Ooh, Paimon will tell you.
An Adeptus who grants wishes. To think that people could be so easily deceived by such blatant lies.
As an Adeptus, do you have the power to grant wishes, Yao?
The Liyue of yesteryear would never ask the Adepti for boons unearned. Millennia ago, the ancestral people of Liyue asked for nothing more than the strength to defend the land they called their home.
To be honest...
However feeble people nowadays may be, they are not my concern. I concern myself only with following Rex Lapis's original decree.
Oops. Paimon spoke...
Wait. Truly? Fool. Exorcising demons without exterminating. If this continues, things may spiral out of even my control. We must confiscate his sigil of permission.
Great minds and it...
No.
Who said anything?
It would certainly benefit Liyue if we could convince him to cease his I possess an art, but it can also be...
Whoa. Now that's a real Adepti art for ya.
A ritual must be performed for this art to be used. Assist me in gathering a few items. A censer, 7 lamps, and something to reduce the temperature.
Reduce the temperature. But as for the censer and the 7...
Do you know of the 2 Yaksha statues that stand guard beside a merchant road on the southern face of Mount Tianheng? The ancestors of the people of Liyue built shrines there to honor the Yakshas. You should still be able to find some ceremonial items there. Once you have found them, meet me at the Yaksha statues after nightfall, and I will teach you how to use this art.
The spirit soars the mountains high.
Sorry to interrupt you, but...
Well, I'll be. A pair walk into a shrine. Neither to...
We know it's rude to...
For the Dream Trawler ritual.
How'd you know?
I have been in the shrine for far longer than you would expect. Perhaps as a reward...
Wow.
It matters not. They served little purpose here, in any case. Nothing that...
This sense... At least it isn't a... So, next... Paimon thinks we've got all the ones we can use now. But let's say bye to that guy. Huh? Where'd he go?
I presumed that once you had acquired what you came for, you would forget about me and simply be on your way.
It's that guy.
My physical form ceased to exist over 1,000 years ago. Now that you have taken the 7-star lamps and censer used in the mortal lingering ritual, my form is no longer visible to you. I was once a junior in the Order of the Yakshas, bestowed with the name Pervases by Rex Lapis himself. Yet my strength failed. Today is the anniversary of my death. My last wish was to see a modern Liyue, and so I took the liberty of performing this ritual here. That aside, you were sent here by the Conqueror of Demons, were you not?
So, you two know each other then?
I sense his aura upon you. That and the heavy burden of his karma. Even after all these millennia, I am truly ashamed.
Don't say that, Pervases. You sacrificed your life for Liyue, didn't you?
Life is a precious thing, yes. But when I... The mortal lingering will not last much longer. Take care, you two. By way of...
Huh? We should get going.
Have you gathered the items for the ritual? This censer and these lamps.
Oh, and, he says hi!
Pervases. Yes. This does have the hallmarks of something Pervases might do. As I thought, it seems that he could not leave Liyue behind, either. Place the censer in the middle, and surround it with the 7-star lamp. Yes, this will do. Now, the next step is the key to performing Dream Trawler. There are 4 steps to performing this ritual: offering incense, meditation, incantation, and loosing an arrow.
That seems like a real rigmarole.
Adepti arts are the product of millennia of study by Adepti. Failure to take this seriously could cause the technique to devour one's own body, or cause the spirit to be sundered from one's flesh permanently.
Stop talking! Paimon's sorry!
When offering the incense, meditation is to then we shall recite. Finally, we will loose an arrow towards each of the Yaksha statues to enlist their authority for our contract. If all goes well, Star Snatcher's soul will be brought forth shortly. If you have no other questions, let us begin.
Then we meditate. Paimon really doesn't want to think about... Bring forth sin! It looks like the Yaksha statues are glowing at the waist. So we just fire one arrow each at the glowing parts, right?
Close enough. Leave the rest to me.
Where is one? Huh? You two look familiar. What's with one's body? One feels light, weightless. An Adepti art? You did. But as for the matter of one. Wait. That must be it. One must indeed be in a dream.
There's no helping this guy, is there?
Huh? What is the meaning of this? Do you truly...
Alright, time to take him down a peg.
Such impertinence. Where are one's followers when one needs them? Hey, stop it! Stop it! Ow! What's happening? Is this really... Please stop! I surrender! I surrender! No! No, never again. Oh, how did I ever have the misfortune to meet you two? Please, Great Adepti, spare my life. I won't do this ever again, I swear it.
We did call your spirit here, but we're not Adepti. He, however, is.
You deceive the masses with quackery. Masquerade as an Adeptus. Exorcise demons without exterminating them. And display a callous lack of regard for life. One day, you will reap that which you have sown. For those who invite the infernal into their lives, there is no redemption.
Seems like Xiao's...
Oh, great Adeptus. Might I ask your name? It really is you. It's...
You know about
Of course. To this day. But ever since I discovered... At first, I was just imitating the Adepti.
Huh. So...
Yes. Please, allow me to swear... I swear to...
I will remember your oath. Now...
Thank you.
He seemed very earnest with... Oh, wait.
Star Snatcher. He signed in here under the name Wang Ping An. He's already checked out. He said he wished to go on a solo pilgrimage. Ah, yes. He also requested that I give this letter to a traveler who journeys together with a talking fairy, should they come asking for him.
Talking fairy? Who's that?
Well, anyway, you must be the traveler. Here's the letter.
He would leave a letter. Come on, open. Huh? Seems like he actually left us a few nice trinkets. Along with... Woohoo! The sigil of permission! Paimon hasn't met a bad guy like him in a long time. Yeah. sigil of permission.
You have my thanks.
May I take your order, sir?
1 grilled tickerfish.
Certainly. We'll prepare it for you immediately.
No almond tofu?
Tickerfish was Pervasi's favorite dish. I just wanted to... Was there anything else? I am accustomed to eating alone.